Media. What's happening? It is I, Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, and we are here today for the next episode of Money Makers Media. What? And so today is going to be absolutely amazing. You know, we always have a theme of our day, and we always have a special guest, and today is no different. So I'm just beyond excited. I am, like they say, jacked out of my mind. Because I love this topic that we have for today. And the topic is why you shouldn't be shy about sharing your offers. You know, I like to call them invitations, but why you shouldn't be shy about sharing your offers. And I wanted to go ahead and call them that so that we could all be on the same page knowing what we are talking about. And so nobody will be confused. We should call it why you should not be afraid to ask for your money, honey. That's what we should call it. I think that's the Dr. Stevie remix. So I will tell you that you shouldn't be afraid to ask somebody to pay you, especially someone who needs your help, because God has positioned us all to be the answer to someone's prayer, the solution to someone's problem. And because we are, then we know that it takes something special called a transaction to happen. My great friend, Dr. Cheryl Wood, she always says there is no transformation without a transaction. And that is powerful. There is no transformation without a transaction. And I might be paraphrasing there, switching it around, but you get the point. And so the thing is, we have got to ask for a transaction. We cannot be afraid to ask anybody to pay us. Like, that's not cool to not get paid for hard work, because we are Christian women, those who are connected to me, Christian women entrepreneurs. And therefore, when our mandate on this earth is to spend more time with God. And we can only do that if we have the things that we need. And God shall provide all of our needs according to his riches and glory. And so we, as Christian women, don't have the right to not ask someone to invest. Plus, guess what? I believe that with each time that you ask somebody to invest through you, then you are also inviting them to grow each time that you are. Because sometimes transactions can be scary. Sometimes when things come with 3 figures, 4 figures, 5 figures, and sometimes for people even 2 figure investments, then they may have to pray to God. They may have to get with God and say, Lord, stretch me. That may be their stretching time. And we don't normally look at it like that. But when somebody is asking you for something, they know that you are the person that is holding the medicine, right? You're holding their Advil, their aspirin, their ibuprofen. Then guess what? They know that you are assigned to them and they're assigned to you. So you not asking them allows them to forfeit their growth. And so that is why I'm very, very keen on people getting what they need. And I'm very keen, I've learned to be very keen on asking somebody to invest in me, because I believe I'm great ground and I don't mind investing in great ground. So, you know, I will invest my time, energy, effort, and even my money to make sure that I'm putting a seed in great ground, because you have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, right? You got to make sure that you're taking it to the next level and that you are indeed making sure that you are changing your life and impacting it, because we have so many people who are waiting for us to show up in our full totality and get visible so that they can have that freedom to do so as well. Just imagine if the person who is your coach, your mentor, whoever you are called to be upon in this season, if they never showed up, where would you be? Where would you be? Because uh, evidently, if they're providing some type of transformation inside of your life, then you are called to them. And if they never showed up for you, then you would be stuck. I believe that when we don't ask for that transformation to happen, we don't ask for that transaction to happen, and we know that we can help somebody, I believe that's being selfish. I really, really do. I believe that if you know that you can help somebody improve their lives and you're the answer to, again, someone's prayer, solution to someone's problem, and you're staying inside of it and you're not doing what you need to do to be called upon and be paid upon, then you're being selfish, because you're looking at me, right? You're looking at yourself. You're looking at it and saying, I my my fear, my lack of confidence, my lack of knowledge, my whatever is greater than this person's suffering. And that's the thing. So we got to be very careful about how we are interacting inside of our lives and businesses, because it's more than you just asking to be paid. We got to look at it holistically and understand that we have been positioned inside of God's kingdom to be entrepreneurial. That means that we have the right and we have a privilege and we have a mandate to ask people to sow into us, because we know, if we're Christian women, that we're hearing directly from God, and it is the way in which we have to do it. So I'm just telling you that this is this is what I believe, this is how I operate, and this is why I continually to run my business like I do, because I do believe that I am answering someone's prayer. I'm the solution to someone's problem. And I believe that you are too. If you have a business that, you've been prayed and planted to do. So I think that is the thing, that we got to make sure that we are working in excellence. And the more you're working in excellence, the more you are worthy of your hire. And that comes with transaction. So like my friend says, you can create that transformation. So that's what I have for today with that. But don't go anywhere, because we're about to bring one of our Christian money makers to the stage. Her name is Devra Betts, and she is very proficient in health and wellness. And we are going to learn from her. We're going to have a conversation with her. And while she's coming to the stage, I want you guys to think about why it is important for you, YOU, to offer your offer, whatever it is, whether it's a book, whether it's a course, whether it's a coaching session, VIP day, whatever, however, because the offer itself does not matter. This does not even matter what you offer. You sell what you want to sell. But what matters is that you offer somebody the opportunity to grow greater. That's what I'm about. So, welcome, Devra. How are you?
I'm excellent. Hi, Stevie.
Hi. So, go
Thank
ahead
you
and
for
introduce.
having me.
You're so welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Introduce yourself to the people.
Well, my name is Devra Betts, and I'm a wellness architect, a speaker, an author, and I help Christian women create healthy habits.
And that's very key, because honey, I had to, I've been not able to exercise as much as I need to, but because we're creating healthy habits, right? I remember in my mind that, okay, Stevie, you got to get up, you got to do what you know you're supposed to do. And so, yes, once you create a habit, then it's part of your lifestyle. And I think that's very important. So I want to know more about this habit forming nature that we have. Tell us about how you help us to create healthy habits, because habits is a big word. That means that we're not just doing it once or twice, we're actually implementing it as part of our process.
Yeah, so my goal is to help people move from trying to create a habit to it. Like you said, it's just part of who we are. It's our daily method of operation. We don't even have to think about it. It just flows from us naturally. And we all have habits right now. Some of them serve us and some of them don't. And so I help my clients look at their current habits, previous habits. How did they get where they are? Where do they want to go? And what habits do we have to create and to change to make their goals and desires a reality? And awesome. So it can be as simple as, do you know anybody who, when they're eating their food, it's gobble, gobble, chomp, chomp, swallow?
And not even tasting it, right? We don't even taste the food. It's a habit to eat like that.
Yeah, so that's like one simple habit that we can, we have the power to change immediately, to start chewing our food, being mindful as we eat it. And that's going to have a big impact on our digestion and how we process our food.
Wow, that's powerful. That is very powerful. And I do know somebody, her name is Stevie Aisha Mills, because a lot of times, we are busy women. So it's very much like, I think that we, eat and eat on the run. We might grab this, we might grab that, let's go. I got another meeting. And so I get it. And so what is one hack? I know you have a lot of hacks, but what is one hack that you can provide for busy women like ourselves who may not have the time or make the time, because we do have the time for what's important, but make the time to take care of ourselves and get something to eat. Like, a lot of people may be looking at 4 o'clock and haven't even eaten today.
Well, there's a couple of things that I would like to say about that. One is when we're so busy, we have to stop and breathe. Right. And so when we stop and breathe, it gives us more of an opportunity to process. But I think the biggest hack is we are so overwhelmed by decision making that if we stop on Sunday or Monday, whatever day you choose, and we plan out our meals for the next 3 or 4 days, we prep those meals and we have them there to go. We already have our fast food ready to go. We don't have to stop at a fast food drive-in. So that would be my biggest hack for that, is really to pay attention to, we put what's important in our calendar. We need to put ourselves in our calendar, whether it's exercise, meal prep, anything. It needs to be in our calendar so we can support our health while we're on the go. And then it's so important, just that breathing aspect, because it goes along with chewing, right? If we're not breathing, we're not digesting, we're not giving ourselves time to be mindful of our surroundings and our situation.
Awesome. That's a great hack. And I love that you call it fast food. Like, that is fast food. That is so incredible. And so I know you were able to be backstage and really hear about the topic that we have at hand. And so I just want to talk to you about that and your thoughts and the time we have. Our time is quickly wrapping up. But I do want to talk to you about that and see, why do you think it's important to not be shy about what we're offering to the world to buy?
What I've learned about that is, if God has placed that, like coaching for me, God has placed that on my heart to help Christian women create healthier lifestyles so they can go do what it is God's called them to do. And I've spent 10 years learning this stuff. If I don't share it, somebody might be waiting for that information. I was praying for a solution to my health issues. And I know that there's people out there praying for a different reality in their health. And so if I don't make my offer, if I'm not out there sharing my story and helping you change your story, then I'm not being faithful to what God's called me to do.
Absolutely. And I think that's the thing. Sometimes, again, we think about us. Like, we think, oh my God, what if they don't say yes? Okay. I mean, it's not going to change anything or whatever. And I think that's the thing. We put too much stress on business. And it's funny, I know we talked backstage and you were like, you okay? I said, yeah, I'm just chilling. Like, I'm in a very chill mode, and it's never been like that for me, because I've always been on the go, on the hustle, and I think God has just been downloading some things within my own life personally. Like, it's not that serious, Stevie. It is okay. I got you.
But chill, that's so exciting to me, because chill mode is vital for our sanity, for our health. Because if we don't take time to do that, the download, take the chill, I think we close ourselves off to what other downloads God has for us. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, because we're too busy worrying about whatever. And many times it's the wrong thing. We are worried about the wrong thing. And so I think that is key. And one of the things I know and love about what you do definitely is that you have this whole take on sugar and why, and the whole mission of sugar. So tell us a few moments about that. Like, why is sugar not our friend? Right? It might taste good, but it's not good.
Well, I think the number one thing is that it's going to mess with your hormones. So we all talk about being hormonal. Well, sugar could be playing a role in that. And the other thing is, when you eat sugar or sugary drinks, anything, a highly processed carbohydrate, it's going to impact your immune system for 4 to 5 hours. And so especially now, we're flu season, we're dealing with COVID, anything else, we're compromising our immune system every time that we consume sugar. And so that's why it's really important to be aware of where it shows up in our lives, because it's surprising sometimes where it shows up.
Wow. And so what is a great alternative? Like, I have a super sweet tooth. I know the sugar is not that good for me, but what is a great alternative that you think is good for people who I like candy?
Dark chocolate. People like chocolate. Darker chocolate, and I wouldn't start with the darkest. I'd shift the taste buds, because I think that's what we don't understand is our taste buds have become adapted to the amount of sugar that we eat. And once we take that out, those berries are going to be so sweet. The sweet potatoes are going to be sweet. All that stuff is going to be really sweet. Dark chocolate will be sweeter to you, but like a darker chocolate would be a good alternative. I'm not a big fan of sugar alternatives, but a few like a pure monk fruit is very sweet. But what some of those do is they just enhance the desire for sweetness.
Mm.
And so I would say dark chocolate, bananas become very sweet. I can eat a quarter banana now and it can sweeten things.
Wow.
So I would not say stop eating sugar, but when we learn how to control the amount of sugar we eat, then we can truly enjoy the times that we celebrate. And I'm still working on a banana pie, a peanut butter pie for you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. And that is the thing. Like, I think so many times we don't realize how powerful our mind is, right? We don't realize, because what you're saying essentially is that if we switch a habit, like you're saying, healthy habits, our mind will adapt to this. Our body will adapt to this. And I think that's awesome. Like, God just created powerful beings because everything we literally need is in our hands, our minds, our bodies. And that is like, that's amazing. That's
It's
amazing.
so true. And I think if we learn how to, instead of thinking of it as taking away, is thinking about what do we add in that really resolves those cravings. And so we don't crave the sugar as much.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I help my clients do that.
Awesome. So I in the last moments we have, I want to see if you have any final words that you want to say. I know our time goes by so quickly, but I want to see if you have any final words that you want to say to our people before we go.
Well, I would say that if you're not as healthy as you want to be, if you can take a strong look at your current health status, and there is a path, there is a better way for you. And you can start making simple changes today to have a better health result tomorrow, next week, and next year. And life is too short. God created this body to heal itself, and you have the power to do so.
Wow. Yes, you have the power to do so. So I want to ask you.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Devra gonna say, listen, I do have a question for you before we go. And I know that you are a Christian moneymaker, and I want to ask you, what would you say to a woman who's like seeing this or hearing this and on the fence and it's like, I don't know, I heard they have some fun over there. I know they learned some things, but I'm not sure. What would you say to that person?
I would say if you're not sure, jump in anyway, because we don't know what we don't know. That's true with health and anything else. And this community has been the biggest blessing to me because it, a community of friends that, getting to know everybody, but it's also that mind shift that, God blessed us with gifts and talents and abilities, not for us to use them for ourselves, but to use them in community. And that's what I appreciate about Christian Moneymakers is, that you're talking about the offer is to make those offers and to do it in such a way that it isn't about me, but it's about those people that God's called me to serve. And so I love the community that you've created, and I highly encourage people to just come and check it out. Yes. Because I think you'll find you'll be blessed.
Yay. Well, we are definitely blessed by you, Devra. I appreciate you coming to Moneymakers Media and spending some time with me. It's been amazing. You are great. And it's very much needed what you were doing because, honey, no matter how much money you got in the bank, if you don't have something inside of your wellness tank, then you are not going to be able to make it happen. That's just fact. That's 100%.
That's fact. Don't let poor health ruin your dreams.
That's right. That's why Dr. Stevie is going to be. I got Devra on one side, Dr. Sierra on another side. That's why I'm going to be up and exercising. No matter where I am, that's not an excuse. I have a computer. So I am. I might not be in my space, but I got it. So Thank you, everybody. You're welcome. This has been Moneymakers Media, where we feature our Christian moneymakers, one of the many perks of that community. definitely check it out. We're a fun group of women, Christian women who are building big businesses. Go to IamAmoneymaker.com and check us out. And the last words that I'll say, and Devra already warmed us up, so I love it. I love it. I love it. She got me excited about that. I say, yes. So make it a great day. Don't have a great day. Make it a great day. Why? Because you, and yes, you too have the power to do so. Bye for now.